It was a sunny morning in Pinecone Forest, and Benny the Bear was ready to greet the day with his famous roar. Stretching his paws and shaking his fur, he took a deep breath. Roar! Except it wasn't a roar. Meep! Benny froze. What was that? He cleared his throat and tried again. Meep! He looked around his cozy cave in panic. This is a disaster. What will the forest think of a bear who can't roar? Benny ran outside to test his voice. He roared at a tree stump. Meep! He roared at the sky. Meep! Nearby, a group of squirrels dropped their acorns in shock. Benny? One of them asked. Why are you squeaking like a mouse? Benny frowned. It's not funny, Marvin. My roar is gone. The squirrels huddled together, whispering. Benny without his roar? That was like the river without water. I have to fix this, Benny muttered. He hurried off to find his best friend, Tilly the tortoise, hoping she would know what to do. Tilly was lounging on her favorite flat rock by the pond when Benny came rushing over. Tilly! Tilly! Tilly blinked slowly, lifting her head. What's the rush, Benny? Did you find a honey stash you need help with? No, Tilly, my roar is broken, Benny said, pacing. I woke up this morning and all I can do is squeak. Tilly tilted her head. Did you eat something strange? Maybe a sticky pine cone? No, my roar just stopped working, Benny said. Tilly scratched her chin. Well, whenever my voice gets scratchy, I drink honey ginger tea. It's magic for sore throats. Let's go see Mabel the monkey. She always has the best tea. Benny perked up a little. Do you think it'll work? Tilly smiled. It can't hurt to try. At the tea tree, Mabel the monkey was busy arranging jars of honey when Benny and Tilly arrived. She swung down from a branch and greeted them with a big grin. Well, if it isn't Benny and Tilly, what brings you two to my shop? Benny explained his problem, and Mabel handed him a steaming cup of honey ginger tea. Drink this, Benny. It's my special blend. Benny gulped it down eagerly, feeling warmth spread through his chest. He took a deep breath and tried again. Roar. But instead of his usual booming roar, out came squeep. Mabel burst out laughing, clutching her sides. Oh, Benny, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Benny's ears drooped. This isn't funny, Mabel. What if my roar never comes back? Mabel swung closer and patted his shoulder. Then we'll find something else you're good at, Benny. Don't worry. Tilly piped up. We need real advice. Let's visit Ollie the owl. He knows everything. The path to Ollie the owl's oak tree was long and winding, but Benny and Tilly trudged on. Along the way, Benny tried roaring at the river, at the birds, and even at his reflection in a puddle. But no matter what, all he could produce was a tiny meep. When they finally reached the oak tree, Ollie was perched high on a branch, reading a thick book titled The Science of Sounds. Ah, Benny and Tilly, Ollie hooted. What brings you to my neck of the woods? Benny explained his predicament, and Ollie adjusted his tiny glasses thoughtfully. This is serious, but I have a theory. Benny, have you been roaring more than usual lately? Benny thought about it. He'd been roaring to wake up the sleepy bunnies, roaring to help the ducks find their pond, and roaring just for fun at the moon. Maybe, he admitted. Well, my dear bear, Ollie said, it seems your roar has gone on vacation. Even the mightiest roar needs a rest sometimes. Benny slumped. So what do I do now? Ollie smiled. Why not try something new while your roar recovers? Have you ever considered singing? Singing? Benny asked, horrified. Yes, Ollie said. Your squeak could become a melody, and who knows? Singing might even bring your roar back. Back at his cave, Benny decided to give singing a try. Okay, Tilly, he said nervously. How do I even start? Just open your mouth and let the sound come out, Tilly said cheerfully. Benny hesitated, then sang, La la me blah. Tilly clapped her tiny paws. That was great. No, it wasn't, Benny said, blushing. Yes, it was. Keep going. The birds, who were eavesdropping from the trees, began chirping along. Their encouragement gave Benny confidence, and soon his singing improved. His voice became clearer, stronger, and surprisingly pleasant. One afternoon, Polly the peacock, the best singer in Pinecone Forest, stopped by to visit Benny. I heard you've been practicing, Polly said. You've got potential, Benny. Me? A singer? Benny asked, scratching his head. Absolutely, Polly said. You should perform at the Forest Festival. Everyone will love it. Benny's eyes widened. Perform? In front of everyone? What if I mess up? You won't, Polly assured him. The forest animals will love seeing a new side of you. With Tilly and Polly's encouragement, Benny agreed. For the next week, Benny rehearsed tirelessly. Polly coached him on high notes. Mabel brought tea to keep his voice smooth, and Tilly helped with dance moves. But there were setbacks, too. One day, Benny's voice cracked mid-song, and he got so embarrassed he ran into his cave. I'll never be good at this, he said, sulking. Tilly waddled in. Benny, remember how long it took me to learn how to swim? I kept sinking, but I didn't give up. You're doing great. Benny smiled. Thanks, Tilly. I'll keep trying. Finally, the night of the Forest Festival arrived. The animals gathered under glowing firefly lanterns, chattering excitedly. Benny peeked nervously from behind the curtain. You've got this, Tilly whispered. When it was Benny's turn, he stepped onto the stage. His paws trembled, but he remembered all the practice and took a deep breath. He began to sing. His song, Where Did My Roar Go?, was funny, sweet, and catchy. The audience clapped, swayed, and even sang along by the second verse. Benny's confidence grew, and he added a little dance move for fun. As Benny reached the final note of his song, he felt a deep rumble in his chest. He paused, took a deep breath, and let out a thunderous roar. The forest fell silent for a moment before erupting in cheers. Benny's roar is back, shouted the squirrels. Benny grinned. I guess my roar just needed a little rest, but now I have two talents, roaring and singing. From that day on, Benny became the most beloved performer in Pinecone Forest. He roared to greet the mornings and sang under the stars at night, bringing joy to everyone. And Benny never forgot the important lesson he learned. Even the mightiest roar needs a break sometimes.